Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And some room to roam now. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 31 yards there and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game. And I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Leonard Fournette. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, you know, we talk about having wrinkles in a game plan. That was a fold right there. How about that play? Being able to change things up. You think anyone else on the team's going to get the ball, and in that situation, they surprise everyone and give it to their big guy.
On 1st and 10, Darnold flush to his right. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, this defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions. And
Darnold, he lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. Does the big boy have the juice?
Ooh, he's running,
And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Damiere Byrd returning it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it, and this one will be brought back to the 22. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out
exactly.
there. Right? But the 9 picks
9
you
picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
75 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
That 2nd down play, that's a -4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Matt Rule, a risk taker in college, going for it.
On 4th down, Darnold. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Touchdown, Carolina. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after one. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
3 yards remain for second down.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check. Check out.
The give is to Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Back to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Panthers will get the football back.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Crosby to kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high power.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second and 6. Man open, here is Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Darnold. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here's Joseph Charlton now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back to throw again.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Bird now ready to return it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A first down throw, Darnold. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Faking the give, Darnold. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And his throw is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing again is Darnold.
And Darnold got to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off at the 18. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Back back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Back to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
His throw incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, these Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Going for it all. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's complete to Adams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A give to Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That one goes for 8 yards. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Darnold's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. On 1st down, Darnold. That is caught by Anderson. Touchdown, Carolina! Robbie Anderson. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. It's complete to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Darnold. This is Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now Darnold. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One last throw now for Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Packers, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.